guys, my name is Aiden. I'm a student at the CDL, Milwaukee CDL program. Today I'll be showing you guys the pre-trip of a combination truck and trailer. Today I'll be doing the air brake test and the rest of the in-cab inspection. Then I'll be stepping outside and doing the pre-trip inspection outside and the rest of the pre-trip outside. So let's go ahead. Okay. All right. Okay, Mr. Examiner. Today I'll be performing the air brake test. There's 4 sections to the air brake test. Stage 1, build air pressure to the governor cutoff. Stage 2, apply pressure test. Stage 3, pump down until warning and buzzer light come on. Stage 4, pump down until both tractor protection valve pop out. Mr. Examiner, I want you to know my wheels are chalk. My truck is in neutral. Now I'm going to start my truck. Mr. Examiner, I also want you to know my ABS light came on and off for my truck and trailer. And my def light came on and off. Now, Mr. Examiner, I'll be doing stage 1 of my test. I am going to build my air pressure to the governor cutoff, which is between 90 and 125 psi. My governor will cut off at 125 psi, and we will hear a hissing sound, or you can call it a sneeze sound. Now I'll be starting the truck. RPM between 10 and 15. And to build our air pressure quicker, we're gonna accelerate, build the air up. Just wait patiently until the governor cut off. Mr. Examiner, my governor cut off at 125 psi. So therefore, that was a pass. Now, Mr. Examiner, I'm going to turn my truck off, turn my truck back on to the on position. I'm going to push down on my brakes, wait for my gauges to stabilize. Once my gauges are stabilized, I will ask you, Mr. Examiner, can you please time me for 1 minute? Within that 1 minute, I should not lose no more than 4 psi in 1 minute while listening for air leaks. Mr. Examiner, my gauges is stabilized. Can you please time me for 1 minute? Mr. Examiner, I did not lose no more than 4 psi in 1 minute while listening for air leaks. So that was a pass. Now I'm going to do stage 3 of my test. I'm going to pump down until warning and buzzer light come on at or before 60 psi. Mr. Examiner, my warning and buzzer light came on at 60 psi, so therefore that was a pass. Now I'm going to do stage 4 of my test. I'm going to pump down until both tractor protection valve pop out between 20 and 45 psi. You want to look at it. You want to make sure, look here and make sure they both pop out. One can pop out like the other. Okay, Mr. Examiner, both tractor protection valve pop out between 20 and 45 psi. Now, Mr. Examiner, my truck, I'm going to start the truck, build the air pressure to the governor cutoff. Then I am going to step out, unchalk my wheel, stow my chalk away, and get back in the truck and continue my rest of my in-cab inspection. Okay, this should already be on. The last one, we saved the tuck test and service brake test for last. Now, let's build the air pressure. Mr. Examiner, my windshield and mirrors are properly mounted and secure. They're not cracked, they're not bent, they're not broken. They operate smoothly. There is no illegal stickers except my inspection stickers, and there's nothing obstructing my view. And my mirrors are adjusted to me, the driver. Mr. Examiner, my left turn signal is working properly. My right turn signal is working properly. My four-way flashers are working properly, and my high beams are working properly. Now we're going to go to Mr. Examiner. My defrost is working properly. My heater is working properly. My city horn is working properly. My air horn is working properly. Mr. Examiner, my windshield wipers and fluids are properly mounted and secure. They're not cracked, they're not bent, they're not broken. They operate smoothly. The blade is not cracked or dry rotted. Then we're going to go to the safety equipment. Mr. Examiner, my fire extinguisher is properly mounted and secure. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. It is fully charged. My 3 reflective triangles are stowed underneath the bunk, and my spare electrical fuses are in the glove box. Now, Mr. Examiner, I'm going to do my tug test. I'm going to push in my tractor brakes, set my trailer brakes, and give a slight tug on my trailer. Felt the slight tug, so therefore that is a pass. Now, Mr. Examiner, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to push in my trailer brakes, set my tractor brakes, and give a slight tug on my tractor. Mr. Examiner, so therefore that is a pass. Now I'm going to do my service brake test. Mr. Examiner, I'm going to push in both of my valves. I'm going to pull forward 5 miles per hour. I am going to apply the service brakes and make sure my truck doesn't lean to the left or the right and gradually come to a complete stop. Mr. Examiner, I'm going to do my five by five. My five functions and 5 locations. My 5 functions are my left turn signal, right turn signal, 4-way flashers, high beam, and brake light. My 5 locations on my truck is the front of the truck, the back of the truck, both sides of my truck, the back of the trailer, and both sides of my trailer. Mr. Examiner, can you please help me check my 5 by 5s? Turn my truck off, turn my truck back on to the on position, and then I'm going to wait for my examiner to step outside and help me, assist me perform my 5 functions and 5 locations. Examiner, left turn signal, right turn signal, 4-way flashers, high beam, low beam, clearance light on top of my truck. Now, Mr. Examiner, can you step over here? Left turn signal, 4-way flashers, turn signal, marker light, clearance light. Now, Mr. Examiner, can you step to the back of the trailer? Left turn signal, right turn signal, 4-way flashers, brake light, tail light, clearance light. Clearance light on top of my trailer. Now, Mr. Examiner, can you go on the other side? Right turn signal, 4-way flashers, clearance light on top, clearance light, turn signal, marker light, turn signal, marker light, reflectors. Mr. Examiner, I am going to check all my lights, lenses, reflective tapes, all the same way. They should be properly mounted and secure, not cracked, not bent, not broken, clean, illuminated, and the proper color of amber to the front, the side, and the proper color of red to the rear. Mr. Examiner, I want you to know there's no leaks under my truck, and my truck is not leaning toward any direction. Now, Mr. Examiner, my clearance light is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, not bent, not broken, clean, illuminated, and the proper color of amber. My headlight is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, not bent, not broken, the proper color of clear, and it is the proper color of clear. Mr. Examiner, low beams, high beams are properly mounted and secure, not cracked, not bent, not broken, clean, illuminated, and the proper color of clear. Mr. Examiner, my turn signal, marker light, reflectors. And down here we have fog light. My fog light is properly mounted and secure, not cracked, not bent, not broken, clean, and the proper color of clear. Now we go to the engine compartment. We open this latch on this side, on the right side. We go on the other side. We open the other latch. Now we open. passenger side. Passenger side. Mr. Examiner, all my passenger side general hoses are properly mounted and secure. No abrasion, bulges, or cuts. No leaks or air fluid. Now, Mr. Examiner, my cooling reservoir tank is properly mounted and secured at both ends. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. There is no leaks. My cooling reservoir tank is filled to the manufacturer specification. And that's done for this side. Now we go to the driver's side. Mr. Examiner, all my driver's side general hoses are properly mounted and secure at both ends. There is no abrasion, bulges, or cuts, no leaks, or air or fluid. Now, Mr. Examiner, my cooling reservoir tank, my power steering fluid is properly mounted and secure at both ends. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. There is no leaks. My power steering fluid is filled to manufacturer specification. Mr. Examiner, my oil is filled to the manufacturer specification and checked with a oil dipstick. And my oil dipstick is pulled out and it is wiped and put back in to check if it's filled to the manufacturer specification. Now, my steering gearbox and hoses are properly mounted and secure at both ends. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. There is no abrasion, bulges, or cuts, and no leaks. No air, fluid, and no leaks. Now, Mr. Examiner, my steering linkage consists of pitman arm, drag link, and tie rod are all properly mounted and secure at both ends. They are not cracked, they are not bent, they are not broken. My three castle nuts and counter pins are not missing and they are present. Now, Mr. Examiner, my shock absorber is properly mounted and secured at both ends. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken, and there is no leaks. Now, Mr. Examiner, my leaf spring is properly mounted and secured at both ends. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken, and none are shifting. My leaf mounts are properly mounted and secured at both ends. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken, and none are missing. Mr. Examiner, my brake pads and brake rotors have no oil, grease, or any contaminant on my brake pads and brake rotors. Mr. Examiner, my brake hose is properly mounted and secured at both ends. There's no abrasion, bulges, or cuts, and no leaks or air fluid. Mr. Examiner, my steer tire is properly mounted and secure at both ends. There is no abrasion, bulges, or cuts to the tread and sidewall of my tire. My tread depth should be no less than 4/32 an inch and checked with a tread depth gauge. My tire is filled to the manufacturer specification and checked with a air gauge at the valve stem. My valve stem is properly mounted and secure. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. The cap is not missing and it is on tight. My rim is properly mounted and secure. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. There is no illegal welding, and my stud holes are not out of rim. My lug nuts and studs are properly mounted and secured. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. None are missing. There is no rust trails or powder residue, and they are not cracked around the bolt hole. Now, Mr. Examiner, my hood mirror and driver's side mirrors are properly mounted and secured at both ends. They are not cracked, they are not bent, they are not broken, and they are clean. Now, my battery and battery box are properly mounted and secured. They are not cracked, they are not bent, they are not broken. The connections are on tight. They are not worn, there is no corrosion, and my battery box latch. Now, Mr. Examiner, my DEF tank is properly mounted and secured at both ends. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken, and the cap is on tight. My diesel tank is properly mounted and secured at both ends. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken, and the cap is properly mounted and secured at both ends. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken, and the cap is on tight. Now, Mr. Examiner, my tractor frame and cross members are properly mounted and secured at both ends. They're not cracked, they're not bent, they're not broken. There's no illegal welding, and none of my cross members are missing. Now we go over here. Mr. Examiner, my trailer frame and cross members are properly mounted and secured at both ends. They're not cracked, they're not bent, they're not broken. There is no illegal welding, and none of my cross members are missing. And there is no holes. There is no holes underneath. There's no holes underneath my trailer floor. There's no holes underneath my trailer floor. And now, Mr. Examiner, that is all for the driver's side inspection. And now we go to a couple of systems. We go here. And we say, Mr. Examiner, my electrical lines are properly mounted and secured at both ends. There is no abrasion, bulges, or cuts, and no worn freight. Mr. Examiner, both my air lines are properly mounted and secured at both ends. There is no abrasion, bulges, or cuts, and no leaks. My glad hand seals, my glad hand and glad hand seals are properly mounted and secured at both ends. They are not cracked, they are not bent, they are not broken. They have a good connection. My glad hand seals are not worn or frayed. And my glad hand seals are not cracked or dry rotted. And there is no leaks. Now we go over here. Mr. Examiner, my apron is properly mounted and secured. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. My fifth wheel skid plate is properly mounted and secured. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. It is properly lubricated. Mr. Examiner, there is no visible gap between my skid plate and apron. My sliding fifth wheel and locking pins are properly mounted and secured. They're not cracked, they're not bent, they're not broken. And my locking pins are in the fully locked position. My platform is properly mounted and secured. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. My release arm is properly mounted and secured. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. And my release arm is in the fully locked position. Now we go under here, Mr. Examiner. Mr. Examiner, my kingpin and locking jaws are properly mounted and secure. They are not cracked, they're not bent, they're not broken. And my locking jaw is fully wrapped around my kingpin. Mr. Examiner. Mr. Examiner, my landing gear is properly mounted and secured. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. My landing gear is in the fully raised position. My crank handle is properly mounted and secured. You gonna go to the other side? My crank handle is properly mounted and secured at both ends. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. My crank handle is stowed away. My landing pad is properly mounted and secured. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken, and it is not missing. Mr. Examiner, I have a clearance space. I have a clearance space between my landing gear and mud flap to make smooth turns. Mr. Examiner, my tandem release and locking pins are properly mounted and secured. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. My tandem release and locking pins are in the fully locked position. Mr. Examiner, my ABS light is properly mounted and secured. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. And it is the proper color of amber. My marker light is properly mounted and secured. It is not cracked, it is not bent, it is not broken. And it is the proper color of red. Mr. Examiner, my brake light, tail light, turn signal are all properly mounted and secured. secure, they're not cracked, they're not bent, they're not broken. They are the proper color of red. Mr. Examiner, my brake light, tail light, turn signal are all properly mounted and secure. They're not cracked, they're not bent, they're not broken, and they are the proper color of red. Mr. Examiner, I have my reflective tapes are running. My reflective tapes are running down the side of the bumper. It is 50%. It is 100% of the bumper. Guys, I am done with the full pre-chip of the combination vehicle. Thank you guys for watching.